Hey, welcome back to my channel, y'all. Here to do a review on An Unusual Suspect, to be original movie. All right, so this one hurt. This one tugged on my heartstrings because it's one of those situations where when a child is being abused, they're a victim, but when they become an adult, they're a villain. And that's why it's so important to take care of whatever trauma you have, but sometimes people maybe think they can't handle it, go on about their way. So the main character is an attorney. Her brother passed in prison, I believe, and so it's like her life's mission to, help prisoners that she feels are innocent. So this guy's in jail. There's a serial killer type thing going on where women are being killed and stuff and cut up and all of this. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw this movie not a few weeks, good lord, a few days ago. Okay, and I did not take notes, so I'm going purely off memory. But basically, it ends up being the two brothers. The one that was in jail, he didn't actually kill the women, but he was conspiring with his brother. His brother was the one killing the women. He was basically helping him set it up. And so we hear about their history and that, and this is sick. This right here, I don't understand. I'll never understand this mentality, but their mother was pimping them out, or at least pimping out the brother, the one that was killing women, pimping them out. Meaning, I guess men would pay men and slash or women, they didn't specify, but people were paying her for them to molest, rape her sons. And what's so crazy is you really have people out there like that. I've heard stories like, and I'll never want money that bad to where I will sit there and subject a child to that. I just can't wrap my mind around that. You know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why this damn fool grew up the way he did. I'm getting back to the movie, but I just want to touch on this subject. Now, I know people will say things like, well, that's not an excuse to, be a serial killer because I went through that too and I turned out fine. The fact is, the human brain is very complex, and you could go through some trauma, but it might affect somebody else differently. If you look at, I have a video on here actually. I think it's called titled "What Makes a Killer." If you go back into my videos, and I was basically talking about when I was watching some kind of like ID type show where they would talk about these serial killers, but they would discuss their childhood first, and it was always some kind of rape, molestation, abuse, neglect. It was always something like that going on. So it's like, yeah, there's people that can go through that and still, rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, and then there's people that turn into what traumatized them. So unfortunately for this character, that's what happened to him. And it's like I felt bad for him. At the same time, he was a villain because he was killing innocent women that had nothing to do with that, right? So when you go into Tubi and you see like the poster, I'm gonna call it a poster or whatever, of the movie, they have her ex-boyfriend in the middle like he's the villain. So I don't know if that was supposed to be like a red herring type of thing, because for a minute, the way the movie goes, you do think he may have something to do with the killings, but we find out that he didn't, right? But I just think it's interesting because I'm thinking he got this serious look on his face, he's snarling, and I'm like, okay, so he's the bad guy in this movie, but he ends up not being that. He's basically following her around trying to protect her because I think it's something where she wasn't necessarily a detective, but she was doing that type of work. She was basically going outside of like her job duties, trying to find this serial killer. And I think, and then at the end, I believe the brother, the one that wasn't killing him, but he was, with his brother, he ends up getting, if I'm not mistaken, a life sentence. Like I said, forgive me. I probably should start taking notes. I usually watch a movie and then jump right on here and discuss it while it's still fresh. But this one was good. It was just sad. Not really too much of a plot twist in this one. And like I said, don't expect plot twists in every single review I do. I'm just saying, Tubi right now, a lot of movies that are uploaded on Tubi, including the Tubi originals, they usually end up having some kind of twist. So I'm just kind of used to looking for one now while watching a movie. But yeah, it was a good one. Tubi originals usually are okay. I don't think I've seen a Tubi original so far that I hated. I've seen some that are like, I've seen some that I loved. And you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tubi, because Tubi gets a bad rep. And I explain this all the time. Like, look, a lot of the movies that y'all are talking about are not Tubi originals. They're movies that are uploaded to Tubi from filmmakers. It's just on Tubi. Like, I've seen some movies that are on Tubi that are on Peacock as well, and on Amazon Prime as well. So unless it says Tubi original on it, it's not a Tubi movie. It's just a movie on Tubi, if that makes sense. All right. So let me know what you think about this one. Real quick, I wanted to give a little insight. Got what I got going on tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling out of town. I'm going to see Sinners again in IMAX, because they took it out of IMAX May 2nd, right? And then because of popular demand, they re-released it in IMAX, but it's only in like a handful of theaters, a handful of cities. It wasn't my city. And any excuse I can have to go on a trip, I'm going to take it. It's only 4 hours away. So I said, hey, little 4-hour trip, sightsee, do what I like to do, take some pictures. Maybe I can practice vlogging. I don't know. Go see the movie, go to the room, go to sleep, come back home. All right. So let me know if you want to see a glimpse into that. I'm going to be honest, I have not practiced enough on making film. I pretty much just shoot like what I'm doing now, do my reviews, and that's it. I haven't had any special effects on here in a long time. So, but it's a new day. I'm feeling this new awakening of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ranting. I'm not ranting, but I'm not, what's the word? Just talking. This is something that I'm really feeling, and I'm happy about it. You know what I'm saying? If you know me personally, you know that I've had a really long slump, and I'm getting out of it, and that's always a great thing. Shout out to my 139 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed, but you can by hitting that button for me. I very much appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this year. That's a lot, because that's 900 and something people that's got to press subscribe between now and January. Let's see what we can do with it. I'm going to try my best to do a little more with the videos. I know it's about visuals. Probably need to get my lighting, some more of that going on or whatever. Peace and blessings to you all. Until next time.